Well, history's been made this morning. William Shatner becoming the oldest man in space, and alongside him, in the Blue Origin capsule, Aussie Chris Bosshausen, fulfilling a lifelong dream.
This is an incredible story. We're pleased to say he made it safely back to Earth, and he joins us now live from Texas T.
Yeah.
Chris, big round of applause on behalf of Australia.
Hey,
all right.
Thank you.
Oh, my friend. And where do we start? Take us back to the launch and all those feelings that during flight and everything. Go.
Well, the crazy thing is when they lock the door, it's like a submarine door. You hear this steel bang, and they lock it down, and you're like, oh my God, I'm stuck here. I'm not getting out. And, 2 minutes in, the computer takes over. There's no opening that door anymore. And then you just go. And it's crazy. Just seeing the Earth very quickly. We've all been on planes. So imagine that at like 10x speed. The Earth just goes away from you. It's like one of the most crazy feelings.
It must have been incredibly emotional. You headed into space, my friend.
Yeah.
Well, even in training, I was crying. Some of the simulations we did, we had a mock-up of the capsule. I get in there and I just started crying as soon as the thing started. And then, yeah, I teared up. And then at one point, Bill Shatner started crying, and then we were all crying. And it was just the most remarkable experience for the humanity of just us being in this little room, four of us. It's truly remarkable.
This is a big... I just want to go piece by piece because I think it's so exciting. But when this big rocket starts up, it's not like the Holden Monaro. I mean, this thing's a massive thing. Did you pack death at any point? I mean, I know you've described it as the safety thing about this is that they reuse the rocket. But for me, just sitting there and exploding up into space, I certainly would have packed death.
Yeah, they call it a controlled explosion, and you just want to send it in one direction, down, and that's good. So if that happens, everyone's okay.
That is so good. And so look, that moment when you reach space, and I think actually we've just had this vision come through. Yeah. This is the crew, weightless in space. This vision has just been fed through to our newsroom. We're looking at it now. You're all looking out the window down to Earth. Take us through that, if you can.
Well, actually, one of the cool things about the training we did was, as we bonded as a crew, we were like, what do we want to do? What do we want our mission to be? And we decided that the one thing you can't get anywhere else on Earth is that view. So we made a pact that we would appreciate the view, and that would be our mission objective. Bill had this idea that we should have a moment of comradeship where we get together, and there's a little selfie we do in the video. I don't know if you just saw that, but those were our two things we wanted to do, and to bring back that view and share it with everyone. So it was just like a really nice sort of, feeling to just get together and do that.
What was the best part of it for you?
As a boy wanting to go to space, it was probably the rocket, and I looked, it's supposed to look out of the window, but I did. I lifted my neck up and looked straight down, and I could see the flame. And there was this beautiful moment where the shadow of the rocket went over this cloud of the smoke coming out. So that really got me deep in the chest. I was like, that is just so powerful and beautiful. And then, just floating around, it was so natural. Zero gravity just feels natural. The seat just pushes you out, and the next thing you know, you're floating. So
you look out your window and there's Earth, and then you look to your left and there's Captain Kirk.
I mean, it doesn't get any better.
Yeah, I mean, after 4 or 5 days of intensive training, he's just my friend Bill now, and it's just what's really amazing about Bill Shatner is he's just such a great communicator, and I think he really put in words what we were all feeling, and I'm so glad to have such a powerful communicator and messenger on board the ship with us.
The dude's 90. I mean, he is a remarkable human being. Yeah. When you come down, then the descent, was there any nervousness around that? Any anxiousness?
Yeah, I was a little worried about hitting the ground, and they have these cool little rockets that give a little gentle puff of air as we touch down onto the ground. But it was pretty hard. We went smack, and next thing we know, we're on the ground. But other than that, it was pretty smooth.
And just that idea too that if something goes wrong, there's nothing you can do, is it? Like there are no control panels. There's no way that you can take over.
The whole thing just explodes.
It just goes. But I mean, handing over. No, but I mean, handing over that control.
There is a button we can push and we can scream.
Okay.
Yeah.
My
yeah,
friend.
it's automatic. You know, when they started, it just goes, and our job is to scream.
Chris, you have such tremendous experience having worked with NASA and done multiple rocket launches. For a boy from the snowy mountains or thereabouts to have reached the stars, what does that mean to you?
Well, I remember when I was a kid, I just wanted to go to the space station because I thought it would be cool. And then you probably all know the story now, but I didn't get a career path that allowed me to be a NASA astronaut. So this was my plan B. And what's cool about this plan B is we all get to go. And so, would you guys go? Would you go up if you could?
Yeah. In a heartbeat.
Yeah?
It's just the
All right.
the takeoff. I think that would be the thing.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like taking off.
Come on.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, do you want to go again now?
Yeah, I asked if I could go tomorrow morning, and takes them a little longer to recycle the vehicle to fly again, but absolutely 4 minutes of zero gravity and seeing the vast beauty of the Earth and the rich sort of deep space. The thing they don't tell you is how deep space really is. It's something that we can't imagine that on Earth because we can only ever see like 40, 50 kilometers, right? Being able to just see infinitely away is just something else. It's just an amazing experience, and I hope you get to see it one day, Ali.
Ah, look, so do I. But I mean, just even
I hope
listening
she
to
does
you.
too sometime soon.
Some days I turn up to work and I feel I'm already there.
Yes, very close to the stars.
Yeah.
Hey, my friend, we seem to be in this new era, don't we, of exploration and a renewed vigour for exploring. And I think there's even an Australian-built rover to go to the moon in a couple of years' time. Are you excited about the future? And for any kid, any Australian kid watching you now, what does it hold?
Yeah, I mean, the first 60 years of space were the domains of governments, right? And it's pretty amazing that me as an Australian could fly on a US rocket as an Australian and not as a NASA astronaut, not as an American. I didn't have to get a US citizenship. So everything's opened up. I mean, there's been probably by the end of this year, there'll be 5 citizen space flights, some of them even to orbit. So that's this whole start of a whole new chapter for us. It's amazing.
All right, well, next mission, maybe Mars, Chris. We'll talk to you after you visit Mars.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, how good.
Well done,
Look forward
my
to chatting
friend.
then.
We're so happy for you.
Thank
What
you.
an experience.
Thanks for having me.
What a legend.
He's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Isn't
it was a blast. I look forward. Let's fly together.
he? Yeah. Come on, I'll talk Karl around. He'll be
I don't
right.
know. Like, I get nervous taking off in a Cessna. Anyway, it'd be good.
I haven't been in a Cessna.
It'd be good for you to see Mars soon. Maybe check in on Matt Damon.
Yeah, he's doing all right. He's got
Yeah.
those potatoes.
The potatoes. I love. Well, that's a great story for any kid across Australia.
Anything is possible, isn't it?
Anything.